Okay, so we're gonna start with this year's hairstyle. And this is Bella Garvey, who's gonna be our hair model, and this is Cassandra. And this year, we're having everybody have a middle part. So you're gonna start, Cassie's using a little
bobby pin
over the top here to get a nice straight part. And you want it exactly in the middle of your nose. You can use a comb or anything, any little sharp item. And you just want to try and really look at the part and see if there's any little side to sides. And Cassie found a little spot, so she's gonna clear that up.
I do.
Perfect.
So that's not surprising because of your dry little skin.
Yeah.
And then you want the part to go back to like the back of her head, like where it starts to round, right? So everybody's part, it's not like a short one.
Good, Cassie, good. I like the way you're thinking.
Yes.
2 inches.
Then, the major part of this is the amount of gel that we want to use. It is such a serious amount. Like, she's going to use a full...
I'm going to use way more than this, but I'm going to just
handful, and she's just
slide down her part so she's really
Yummy.
stuck there.
And then she's going to do even more than that. She's just going to keep on adding it. Because the end result is actually shiny that we're looking for.
If you think you have enough, that's some
Yeah, exactly.
And it needs to be actual gel. Water doesn't work because it dries and we get, we get wispies, and we're looking for absolutely no wispies, looking like a shiny football helmet. So she's just kind of pulling it back and working her fingers through the front.
And then I have one of these like soft kind of brushes.
So we call this a smoothie brush with the what are these bristles very close together and soft. And then she just
I'm like shaping the
smoothing
gel
it back
out
on both sides.
And it's got to be like right in the middle.
Yeah. It like just like it helps if you get above and you look like from the nose and then you draw the line back from the nose.
What if her nose is crooked?
Well, that's an issue.
What if her nose is crooked?
So not all of our teams are going to have the same hair. Younger dancers are going to have a low bun in the back, and older ones are going to have a low pony, and the pony needs to be straightened with a straightener. Okay, so first Cassie's going to do the older dancers' hairstyle on Bella, and I'm going to send a list to everyone so that you're very sure of what your dancer needs to have. And she's just pulling it back with this smoothie brush into her other hand and trying to get every tiny little bump. And if you feel like you're not able to smooth it, you can add even more gel.
Which I'm probably gonna do, but I like to kind of shape it first and see where we're going. You want to kind of make it, I don't know if you guys can see, like not all the way at the base of their neck too, especially if you're doing a bun, so you can wrap it around. So I'm doing it like in line with her ears. Okay, now my little trick is that I like to use a toothbrush because it really helps to smooth out the little bumps. Thank you, Bella. Especially right up like by the part, because that hair, you don't want to have like lots of gaps in it up there. I want it to look nice and smooth.
This feels really good.
It feels good?
Yeah, I like, oh.
Amelia's getting a brush out. So you can see it takes a little time to get all the little bumps out, even though it's just a low pony. You need to take your time and try to make it perfect.
That's something I've never been good at. What?
You can do brows on me. I usually do my eyebrows. Now it's gonna look so weird because I like never do my eyebrows.
Okay, Bella, can you get a hair tie over there? I didn't really.
Plan ahead.
Yeah, plan that far ahead. I want to make sure that underneath too you get it, especially if you're just doing a pony and not a bun. That all the way underneath it's smooth too. I sometimes I spray it if the person has like really thin hair that's really slippery, or they have like a lot of hair that you want to stick in place. Yeah, I do spray it first.
But the key is the gel.
Yeah, it's really all about the gel. And honestly, I'm putting this hair tie in, and I'll probably put more gel and smooth it, and then redo the hair tie, because that really helps, like, finish it. So that we get every single little hair of Bella's, even her little hairs on the sides. Especially if somebody has light colored hair, blonde or strawberry. No, I'm gonna do that. Then the frizzies really, really show a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. It's a little off center. Mariska's having some really serious life crisis over there.
What is these?
Yeah.
Real ones?
Wow. Wow. Oh, it's not bad. Just leave it.
Now it's on. And the power's on just in time for classes to end.
Oh, it's on?
Yep.
Fun.
Ay, ay, ay. That's how that goes.
Oh.
How many hair ties do we put in there, Cass?
Well, I put one right now, but I'm gonna keep adding hair ties until it feels really secure. Bella's hair, probably even with her amount of hair, I'll probably use 3 hair ties.
Whoa. I do not even use that much.
Well,
Bella.
it's
You do
time.
now.
It is time.
Now you know.
The more the better. If you have them, put them on your head.
I
And
did
they
the
all
one.
need to match your hair color.
Yeah, I did the one, and now I'm doing 2 together because I think that will make it
Oh.
stronger. And the hard part is that you gotta try and wrap it around as many times as you can.
Have intense finger strength.
Sometimes. No, just pull it.
Oh yeah, that's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel like I'm turning until the cows come home.
What does that mean?
Turn forever.
Forever and ever.
Okay, so like I said, our older dancers are going to be wearing the low pony, and
Pony.
then as
We
soon
would-
as Cassie finishes this up, she's going to move on to the bun, and I'll pick it back up there. Okay, we're going to move on to doing the bun, which our younger dancers are going to wear.
I I'd say, yeah, if you have small, like thin hair or like layers, then you need something in it to make it bigger. But if you don't, then if you have enough hair, you're fine.
Do I have enough hair?
Yeah. So I have these kinds of pins. I don't know if you guys can see that. That one's called a hairpin versus a bobby pin. That's the closed kind. Like this. It makes a really big difference. So the hairpin is for the bun part. So for Bella, I'm gonna split her pony in 2 pieces. And I'm gonna twist them both the same direction. But I want to twist it to the left because I'm going to wrap it to the right. So I'm twisting her one section to the left and then I'm wrapping it around this way, around her hair tie. So then with the hairpin, you want to stick it in to the bun, down, straight towards the head, and then twist it and push it in. And then those first ones are going to go straight into your hair tie, so that's going to be painful. Sorry, kids.
Do you want us to rotate so you guys can see more? And I can rotate with the camera too.
Bella, you rotate your body other way. You can hand them to me, Bella.
So you twist it one way and then wrap it around the opposite direction.
So keep pinning. You cannot have enough pin, or you can never have too many pins, so just keep on shoving them in there.
Do you ever do that? Away and in? Is that what you're doing?
That's what I'm saying. You go down, like this. It doesn't really matter as long as you grab hair from the top and the bottom. You don't have to like scoop it. I just go like in like that and then stick it down.
Where'd you get these pins, Cassie?
Can you hand me a few more? I got those at a beauty supply store, but you can find them at like Walgreens or Rite Aid or something like that, but they come in like small packages. Yeah, and then the next one I'm gonna wrap around the same way too. So you should be able to find like a little spot where that one is kind of a break, like there's a little hole in it. And now we're pinning this one into her other twisty.
Very tight.
That's good. That's a good thing.
And then I will put this one into like farther into the head too and tie it down. Shove those in there. Now we're getting a little messier up here, but we can brush that back too.
Building a cinnamon roll.
I'm so sorry. That one right there, right?
Do you need more?
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Sorry, Bill.
It's okay. I'm gonna need to watch this video. 'Cause I do not usually do it like, well, I do it similar, but not exactly like this.
This is the first run I've ever done without a cheater.
Good job. Good. You did great. Practice a lot.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now I don't have any hair nets,
But we do
but
need to
we
use them.
have to put a hairnet on in order to contain the
Whose
wispies.
is that right there? Can we borrow one? Would you mind? Thank you, Jessica.
But usually you would have it match your hair color.
Yes, and of course your hairnet should match the color of your hair, but. So I'm covering it and then twisting it and just keep covering it up. Twist it. Cover it. And then pin it in. Make sure you pin the hairnet.
This looks good.
Okay, I think that you're
Okay,
pinned enough.
Okay, look at me, Belly. Yay! All nice and slick. And then she's gonna go back and smooth it out even more.
And I can even take those pins that I used into her bun to get that secured in there. Give me a few more pins, Belly. Sorry.
I only put those messy old big giant red ones. So I have you follow me, film on me. But I didn't put eyelashes on my either. So that was the first time I put eyelashes on myself, and they were these big, like this long, big red ones.
Oh, baby.
Big red. Was that in your bag? Put everything back in the bag.
I want to look at this stuff.
Ah, Chihuahua.
Done?
Ta-da!
Okay, Bella.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the makeup section now, and Tanae's gonna be doing Bella's makeup.
Okay, I like to do eyes first because then if you make a mess or a mistake, it's much easier to fix. So Bella doesn't really need it that much because she has baby skin, but I like to take a little bit. You can use foundation or concealer, close yours, and put a little bit on her eyes so you kind of have like a naked base to start off with. A naked base. It's very close to my face is what that is. Just blending that out. So then it's all just one beautiful color. The color of Bella's face. So far, so good. Done. All right. I have this little guy, this little palette, but it has colors that pretty much everything will have in it, and we're gonna use the most basic colors we can find, basically. So, I take one of these, the most important brushes I think to have is one of these big fat guys, the fluffy ones, and then a flat one. And you can pretty much do the whole thing with these two. If I had to choose, I would not, but you can. And these I got from, they have them at Ulta. They're the Morphe ones, and they're really good quality, and they last a really long time, and they're fairly cheap too for being nice. All right, so I'm going to take this little medium color shade, this one, and just a little bit of it, and I'm gonna put it in her little crease, which is the little, crease of your eyeball. And it's so much, same thing with any sort of putting color on anything. Just start off light because you can't take it off. We can, but it makes it a lot harder. Very quiet. Everybody's focusing. It's hard work. Your head. They're coming for you. I just use that to kind of make it easy to make everything blend out. This actually is
Do you want to turn around and watch us do it so you can help me?
very helpful for that. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to stab you. So I'll get a little bit more. right, it's good enough for that at this moment. Okay, then we're gonna go into, hi. This darker color, just darker brown, and I'm gonna take this same little fatty guy. And I'm gonna put it a little bit lower so it gives like her little eyeball some definition. So you can see them from far away. And so I do that in this like outer area of her crease and down into here. So when she opens her eyes, she looks magical.
You want to do mine while she does hers? Is that doing your face?
Okay, so these fat guys, these fluffy ones are really the key for blending everything out. If you have one of these, it'll make your life a lot easier and prettier. Just blend it forever until I like it. You're just trying to memorize it.
She looked like she was, I don't remember anything.
Okay, open bead. Oh, beautiful. Yes. So far, so good. Haven't messed up yet. All right. Last thing, not last thing, but next thing, is I'm gonna take a little flat guy and get the whatever the lightest color you have. This is mine. His name is Venus. I'm gonna put that in this little empty space right here in the middle of her eyeball. Just to brighten it up. Does she want to do good?
I said she could do these. We did her own face.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go back to that fluffy guy that already has, I'm not gonna put anything new on it and just blend all that out so we don't have any scary lines. Okay, now we're gonna make it darker, which is the scary part. We're gonna take, I'm gonna take a little bit of black and put it on a smaller little brush and just put that on the very outside. Again, start off small and then you know, won't mess up. Well, you might, but it's okay. You just need the tiniest little amount and it will go a long way. I think it will be good.
Good job, Pop.
She's got some good attention to detail, that one. When I do black, I just barely touch the little pan. It's scary. Move your head. Ah. All right, I'm gonna go back into that same brush and blend everything until my hand falls.
What?
Sophia looks really worried over there. No, blend. That dark enough to your liking, Tisha?
Looks awesome. It's funny that first name sometimes. How you doing, Emma? Do you like doing this? Not so much. You'll like it more when you're older, probably.
Maybe. Okay, I'm just gonna go back in to that light color and brighten her up just a little bit more, so her eyeballs don't get lost. Open. This one's a little darker than that one. Sad. All right.
So nice.
We're gonna live there with our eyeballs for now. Actually, let's put some eyeliner on. That seems like it could cause some problems. Okay, so the key to not making eyeliner be scary is to get one of these little marker pens.
Yes.
You can get them anywhere. NYX has them for like $2. Like this. This thing is how to not be scared of eyeliner. It just writes like a pen instead of being like those big goopy things. Definitely helpful. I'm not a big eyeliner human, and this really helps. So I just do the tiniest little line. I just use eyeliner just to blend if they're wearing fake eyelashes, blend their eyelashes together. If kids have like really tiny little eyeballs, sometimes you don't even need to put eyeliner on if they're not wearing lashes. This right here is why I stopped doing makeup videos, because I don't like doing eyeliner on camera. Don't open. And then the
Make sure you tell them not to open their
yeah, I
eyes.
was just gonna say that
when
big
until
thing,
it's dry.
big danger that can happen is that you put it on with a little pen too, and they open, and then it gets that nice black line up here, and then you have to restart. That's super not fun. So just keep your eyes closed. There's nothing to see. Just be careful.
Yes? Okay.
Okay, there is like 355 different foundations, and they all work. For little tiny people who have baby butt skin, these like powder foundations are really nice because then it's not so like sticky and doesn't bother them as much. And it does the same thing. You just can use a brush to do that. When they're older, the liquid one is nice. We're gonna do that for Bella. Her mom has really nice foundation. So I'm gonna try to.
Wait, that's not how it usually is.
So usually a pump.
Yeah. What the heck?
Brilliant.
From the drugstore,
Switched it out.
do you have suggestions? Like I would say Fit Me, Maybelline Fit Me.
Fit Me
is a
has
good-
the most amount of colors, which is nice. So it's easy to find your, match. Sadly, we have to cover up Bella's freckles. We like Bella's freckles, but they gotta go. You can get those little spongies. I like those, and they're easy. But this brush is also from Morphe if you're into that kind of thing, and it's really nice, and it doesn't make things look too cakey.
It's just so weird that it's not a pump.
I think that sometimes you have to put the pen on here.
That bugs me.
Just don't like it. A lot of people think that you don't need to wear foundation, and you just simply do. Because they go on stage and their cheeks, and they get really red, and they get hot because, they're moving and exercising, and then all of a sudden, the work that you did on their face just looks like red tomato. Like a powder. Well, you get tan. Your foundation's too dark for you.
It's the reason mine.
Sorry, I'll blend it down your neck so nobody will know.
Don't be afraid to hurt her. That's a small thing. You're not gonna hurt her really. Just go for it. Rub it on there.
Done? Kind of like that feeling?
Yes.
Swoopy.
Yes.
Beautiful baby. I know, I'm sorry, but you would be really sad if I didn't do this. You would have a line. When you do their foundation, if you find, like a lot of people do, that your foundation is too dark or too light for you, just make sure you put it on their ears. Because then their ears are going to be a white little ghost ear, and their face will be not.
Especially in the stage lights.
Yep. Even behind their little ears when their hair's in a bun. Learned that from Kim Kardashian. That's what she says that she does. She puts foundation on her ears.
My friend at school put highlighter in his ears. He thought that was super
the thing.
cool to have shiny ears. And he would go around trying to
What the hell says
put
to that?
that in all of our ears.
All right. Same thing with little baby faces. Is that sometimes you don't need this, but I'm gonna put it on Bella just to show you how. I'm just gonna put the tiniest little bit of concealer on her cute little face. And it brightens up just underneath down there.
To cover up your eyebrows. This one is your.
Good.
Yes.
All the way up to my shoes. Okay. I think it's really important to put powder on their faces because they're gonna go on stage and get sweaty. So even if they look not like they don't need it and that you wouldn't put it on there, just go ahead and do it because they're gonna get all shiny. We want their hair to be shiny, not their face. Oh yeah. No, you're looking good. So far, so good. Look up a little bit. So maybe a ghost. Put it on Bella's ears in case they sweat.
Bella has the sweatiest ears.
Bella always sweats on her ears. Ready. All right. Next thing we're gonna do on Bella's face is bronzer because when you put that nice, face paint on, it makes everything look all the same color. There's a lot of different Physicians Formula has a really good, less expensive bronzer. This one's not that. But I just put a little bit on this little brush. You can put it on any little brush, and I put it under her little cheekbone so we can bring it back to life. Bring it back to life, Bella. Yep. And sometimes I do if I put foundation on Bella's neck, so I go underneath her little neck too. So I just bring any shadows back that we took away with our face paint.
Thank you.
Just blend it until there's no tomorrow. Feel good?
It's a little ticklish.
Your chin's back. We missed it.
Tried doing this one time. Didn't work. It just looked like brown lines on my face.
Yeah, it's really, so if you need to find where you put this bronzer, so if Bella smiles, she has her little cheek ball here, and I go right underneath here to bring like where her jawline is back. Because we hid it, we took it away. And I put it on her forehead. I don't put it in the middle of her forehead, just on the sides and the top here. So she doesn't look like a white ghost. So cute, Bee. All right, and then we have some blush. Again, there's 1 million at the store. And Bella's gonna smile, and we're gonna put it on the little apple of her cheek, and then we're gonna blend it backwards. Tisha likes a lot of blush. Circular situation is the way. Just mix things in. That's probably why you have it. Fabulous. Okay. Enough blush, Tisha?
Give them. Smile. She was like,
Is that enough blush? Feeling great, Beach.
Yeah.
All right. Are we feeling amazing? Okay, I'm gonna give you some mascara tips because danger happens sometimes.
okay, everybody listen. This is the complicated part.
Okay, a lot of people have mascara issues, which is cool. It's normal. I'm gonna have Bella look at my shoulder. So if they look all the way up or have their eyes closed, it's just you get it all down here or you get it, everywhere that you don't want it. So I'm gonna have her look at my shoulder so her eyes are not going to touch any parts of her. And I'm gonna start on the bottom and just wiggle it on. And Bella is gonna be good. And she's not gonna open her eyes until I tell her to.
What?
You're just gonna keep looking at my shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't get up on their eyelid.
I do it on the top and wiggle it. I do it on the bottom. Bella has very blonde eyelashes, so you're gonna make sure that they get nice and black.
Wait, the same shoulder or this one?
Either one's fine.
Okay.
Don't move.
My mom used to do my makeup.
Don't move, Bella.
Sorry.
Okay, well, Bella moved, so now we have a good example of how to get it off.
Oh, did I actually? I didn't realize. Sorry.
Okay, so if you do get mascara on your human or on yourself, just wait until it dries. And then it's easy to just flick off. Usually, Bella only got a little bit on her, so you really could be fine with just wiping it off.
Are we doing mascara?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, are her eyelashes blonde?
No. Well, no. You're brown.
Don't worry. I'm so super sick. Okay, now Bella's not gonna move. She's gonna look up.
I need to see this. I haven't even opened this thing.
If you really want to.
You done? Yep. Ah, just a little.
Okay, there's two things that are very important in eyelash application. One is tweezers, because it will make it so much easier. My little thumbs cannot get close enough to their eyeballs to make it perfect. So I use tweezers, and it is life-changing. The other thing is if Bella's eyes, I think, are fine. Close. Yeah, some of them, their eyes are too small. So you just need to cut them and cut the longer end off, because if you cut the shorter one off, then it'll be really long next to the middle of their eye. So if you need to cut them, which she's right here. She's my human.
Oh,
Right there.
Right here.
Bella's eyes are just the right size, but if your child's eyes are too small, then just chop them off. Not their eyes, the eyelashes. This kind of glue, you can get, so Duo is the kind that is really available at the store. It is fine, but it's not my favorite. It comes out really liquidy, and it just makes a bigger mess, I feel like. This is not Duo, but they have a version of this that is Duo, and Duo is like less than $10. And it's brush on, so you can brush it onto the band, and it is so much easier. I will show you how to do both, because I'm cool like that. So I'm gonna do the brush on one first, and you'll see how much easier it truly is. So it has like a little wand guy, and you can just brush it onto the eyelash, and it is, can't express how much easier it is. Once I got this, wearing eyelashes all the time. The least amount of glue, the better. And the thing that's also really nice about this brush-on one is that if like a corner comes off, it's so much easier to fix it. You can just put this on the corner instead of having to re-glue with the gooey glue. Now we're gonna let that dry for a little bit, so it's not super goopy right when we stick it on.
Which eye is it going on?
This one.
Okay.
This one. We're drying, we're living. Okay, this one doesn't need to dry for as long because it's the brush-on one. I'm not gonna have Bella close her eyes all the way. I'm just gonna have her look down, because when they close their eyes all the way, especially if you use the goopy glue, you can glue their eyelids together, and that's not super fun.
They'll never trust you again.
No, they will not, which might be good. Maybe they'll start doing it themselves. Okay, so I'm gonna take the tweezers, and I'm putting the shorter end towards the middle, and then I'm going to just go straight down on her little eye, and then move the little, so starting in the middle always helps me instead of just doing, like going from one side to the other.
Put it in, then you can kind of rock it back and
Yep,
forth.
and then you just stick it right on her little eyeliner. Open. Boom.
Sorry, my eyes are all watery.
Stop crying.
It's just when people get close to my eyes, it's
It's
like
just
freaks me out.
an eyelash. Close. You can close all the way now. Won't glue your eyelids together. The least amount of glue is the best. Again, you can always add more. You can't really take away. Okay, one down. Okay, I'm gonna use the goopy glue now. And when I use the goopy glue, I squirt it onto my hand. Oh, this is really goopy. I squirt it onto my hand so I can have more control over how much gets on my eyelash.
It's actually pretty good.
It's pretty good.
And then I take my tweezers, get that off there. And then I use my tweezers, if it will come off, and get more on the corners and then just get a little bit on the edges. You do waste more glue this way, but it is much better. So like that was just one little baby squirt, and that would have been all over her eyelashes, and that would have been a very sad time for us. It would. So I get just the tiniest little amount on there. And then we let that dry for a little bit. Edit that, David. Make that look good. We're drying.
I know that.
The more you let it dry, the easier it's going to be to stick on. Yes.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
a
that's
tweezer.
nice. It's like tweezers. I let it dry like almost completely before I stick it on there. How's it going over there, Mika?
Good job.
It's kind of like when you glue anything, like if you glue paper on paper and it's like super wet and
gonna
it
slip
slides all around. So if it's way more dry, it's much easier. It's more like tape than glue. Magic. You're not gonna put some of those on. Okay, she's looking down. She's not gonna close her eyes so we don't glue her eyelids together. It's not ideal.
That one better.
Bella.
Good job, Beej.
Am I done?
just gonna put some lipstick on you, and then
yeah.
yeah. Okay, last thing, and then we're done. Okay, I'm gonna do red lipstick on Bella because it's harder and people don't like it to put it on. So I'm gonna use lip liner on her because it makes it so much easier. You can just color in the lines. So I'm gonna line BG's little lips. You have the tiniest little fairy lips.
Sorry.
Yeah, I do too. Grandma face. I'm gonna fill in her lips with this little pencil because it makes it easier. And it makes it so when they eat or drink or spit on each other,
Oh no. These strange things.
it stays on longer.
We don't like when children spit on each other. Please don't do that.
Okay. Then we're gonna take our lipstick and put it right on the top. Oh, this is a flat lipstick.
Such little lips.
I know, they're like little doll lips. They're so cute.
Don't make me laugh.
It's nice with the lip liner too because it's obviously easier to put on because it's just a pencil than the lipstick, and then you can kind of just dab the lipstick over the top instead of drawing with it. Rub. Yes, this one is from NYX. I think it's just called Red.
Oh, okay.
And this is like $1 or $2 at Target. NYX, NYX. The line.
Get one that's
lip
there's
liner.
probably new colors too that would look fine
Yeah, I
underneath
can-
the other color.
Have that all emailed to you. Boom. Beautiful beach. All done.